Yeah, so this evening we have some thunderstorms moving across the area right now, which could be a problem. And then in the bigger term, the longer term, Monday and Tuesday, we could have tropical storm conditions in South Florida. Now, typically, once tropical storm conditions arrive, all government activities basically shut down to wait out the storm. And I wouldn't be surprised if the threshold is even lower if we do experience those type of conditions, or even not quite that strong in the Surfside area and that rescue operation to suspend operations until the wind and things settle down. So Monday and Tuesday are the main time frames for that. As far as we're concerned for the weekend, it's going to be steamy and hot. The storm doesn't impact us over the weekend. In fact, let's look at the future track once again. The yellow area here, we added this a few years ago because we show the cone, and the cone is this little white outline right there. That's where the center is expected to be. But it doesn't matter if the center is near you or the center is far away from you if you're experiencing the tropical storm conditions. So this yellow area is the expectation of tropical storm conditions here. That's what really matters. You can see it extends well outside of the cone, not quite to Puerto Rico, but into southern parts of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. That is the Saturday afternoon time frame. There's the Sunday afternoon time frame, and just a little jog here to the south could bring hurricane conditions to Jamaica, so hurricane warnings in effect there, as well as parts of the southern Haitian coast, and a hurricane watch now for much of eastern Cuba. This is the Sunday afternoon time frame, and then after that we go on into Monday. Right there, Monday afternoon. There's Sunday night into Monday, and this is where the tropical storm conditions start coming into South Florida based on this advisory. Any track changes, any speed changes, that would change the timing a little bit as to how soon or how late and how strong the impacts are here. And then after that, from Monday through Tuesday and Wednesday, closest approach to South Florida and the Keys is Monday through Tuesday, probably especially Monday night. And even if it does track a little bit farther to the west, it's at least going to be breezy here, but it could be quite stormy with tropical storm conditions. The latest warnings there, the tropical storm warnings remaining, those will be discontinued probably later on this evening. And then the Northern Caribbean, kind of a smattering of watches and warnings in effect for a good chunk of there. And I expect we will see watches for parts of South Florida, either if not later tonight, early tomorrow morning for tropical storm conditions. In terms of the latest models, here they are. They're in good agreement right up through Sunday morning. And then it's after that that a few differences develop. Now we're going to go 24 hours ahead here. And there we are Monday morning. And so these white models here, these are what we call consensus models. They're kind of a blend of the more reliable models, and they do really well. So the white line right here is very, very accurate. It has high what we call skill, but look at this. It is over Cuba, over land for nearly 24 hours, which would mean a weakening hurricane as it crosses that portion of Cuba there. These other models here, they show a stronger storm because mainly they are over water, kind of threading the needle there between Jamaica and Cuba. That's Monday morning, and then watch what happens as we go into Tuesday. There's the slow turn, and these white, highly reliable models, they are very, very close to the Keys. At this point, though, the storm will probably spread out a little bit, so really a few miles here or there is not going to make a big difference. Okay, closer to home, here is the Surfside location there. Here are some of the thunderstorms coming out. Our pattern has changed. We're into an afternoon and evening thunderstorm pattern. That's what we're going to see today, tomorrow, and probably Sunday too, before then we start to see the impacts from the storm starting to reach us on Monday. Biscayne Bay camera this evening, temperatures were in the 90s today, still the upper 80s across South Florida, and the stickiness scale is a 8. It's definitely steamy. It's going to get even more steamy with the approach of Elsa. Tonight, evening storms, otherwise warm and humid, a low temperature in the upper 70s. For tomorrow, look for a steamy, hot day, mid-90s. Feels like temperatures well above 100, and just like today, spotty afternoon storms. On the water, wind southwest 10 to 15, seas running 2 to 4 feet, a light chop on the bays, taking us through the weekend. Hot and steamy and afternoon storms, and then of course the impacts of Elsa arrive on Monday, Tuesday. Weather begins to improve by Wednesday. Back to you.